Welcome to pctricksguru.com, and in today's video we will talk about recording a song. So in this video I'll cover that how to record vocals using any digital audio workstation and how to mix high quality mp3 files. So it will cover all the things from recording to mixing and mastering, and I'll tell you that what exactly do we need if we want to set up a small home recording studio. Well, if you are tight on your budget, then sure, the list which I'm going to provide will definitely help you. So let's try to have a look at the list first. I have already typed the required things that you can purchase if you want to create a home recording studio. So the first thing which we will need is a decent quality laptop or a PC. Well, it depends that how much can you spend, because the more amount you will be spending on a laptop, the more performance you'll be getting out of the laptop. So I would recommend purchasing any laptop which is at least based on the Intel Core i5 processor with at least 2.2 gigahertz of the clock speed, at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. 16 GB would be recommended for the RAM, but if you have 8 GB of RAM, that will also be okay for it. The second thing is a condenser microphone. Third will be a pop filter. Fourth will be a phantom power supply, or if you want, you can purchase an USB audio interface. The fifth is a mic stand. Sixth one is optional, a USB sound card. If you already use a USB audio interface, then a USB sound card will not be required, or if your computer has two different ports for incoming and outgoing audio, then you do not need any USB sound card. The seventh is studio monitor speakers. So these speakers are very costly. If you cannot afford them, then you can go with any good quality headphone. And the last one is any digital audio workstation such as FL Studio, Mixcraft, Ableton Live Suite, and there are so many options available in the market. You can go with any of them. The only thing that you require is the skills that you have. Okay, so let's begin. First thing about the condenser microphone, that which condenser microphone do you want to purchase? I personally use this microphone, the Wright WR800 condenser microphone. As an alternative, you can use the BM800 condenser microphone as well. So this condenser microphone is recommended only for those who do not want to spend much money for this setup. If you are a beginner, if you know nothing about audio production, then I will recommend that first you can purchase this microphone, so that at least you can learn about the recording techniques and the production techniques. So this microphone, it looks like this. If you purchase this microphone, it comes with a shock mount, a free XLR cable, and a free USB sound card, which actually isn't too good, but you can ignore it. Instead of it, you can use an external USB sound card. And the next thing which we want to purchase is a phantom power supply, because using the microphone alone in your audio input port will not give you the quality that we will be needing for a song recording, because this microphone, it requires at least 30 watts of the power supply, and to do so you need to purchase a phantom power supply. So I purchased the bundle, the whole bundle, which came with the microphone and the phantom power supply. So if you have the power supply available, you can use it, or you can purchase the whole bundle from their website. Again, I'm saying that I'm not saying that you have to purchase these one only. You can go for any microphone, any phantom power supply. It depends on your budget, that how much can you spend on these equipments. Now the next thing is the pop filter. So pop filter and stand, this is also included with this bundle. So the pop filter, what it does, it just blocks this sound, the pop sound which we get while trying to pronounce the P sound, the T sound, the F sound. So if we are singing, to block these kind of pop noises, we have to use the pop filter. And if you want to purchase the whole bundle for your recording needs, you can purchase this complete package that includes the headphones, microphone, audio interface, XLR cable. So this is also a good alternative if you want to purchase a complete package, but it does not include the pop filter or the mic stand, so you'll have to go for them separately. So choice is yours. You may purchase whatever you want depending on your budget. Now let's move to the audio recording techniques. How can we record an audio? So here I will be opening Acoustica Mixcraft Pro Studio 9. So this is the DAW which I use to mix and master my music, because the best thing about this audio software is that it is very easy to use and you can use very great features of it. So if you open it, its interface looks like this. Here you'll get multiple tracks. The first track is a virtual instrument. So if you want to play the MIDI, or if you want to record the music by playing it on piano, you can just use it and it will work for you. You can record any audio, any music by playing the piano. The next tracks here are the audio tracks. So in these tracks you can arm your recording device. For example, here you can see that I'm using the microphone that is GS3, so you can select microphone GS3, and here you can see that this green bar is moving as it is receiving my audio inputs. If you click here, after clicking here, you will be able to listen what you are saying on the real-time basis. So whatever I'm saying, I'll be able to listen to it if I keep this option enabled, the monitor audio. But there is one more thing that you need to keep in mind, is that the machine which you are using, it should be able to handle the lowest possible latency latency value for your audio. So if the latency value is higher, you might observe a delay in the output. So to fix this, what you can do, either you can change it from the Mixcraft setting, or you can use a USB audio interface. So within Mixcraft, if you want to reduce the delay in the audio output which you are getting, you just have to go to File, go to Preferences, and after going here, select the core audio wave RT, and here select exclusive mode and then change it to 3, because 3 is the maximum, the lowest value that Mixcraft can accept. Otherwise it's not going to accept any value lower than 3. So 3 is quite good. You won't notice any delay in the real-time audio monitoring. So after we are done, we can start the recording. So for the recording, I already have created a video for which I'll share the link in the video description of this video. You can go ahead and watch that video and learn that how to use the VST effects to make your audio sound crisp and clear. And right now, let's go and try to record a song which is originally composed and written by me. So let's go ahead and check that how does the things work. Okay, so here is a project on which I was working. I created some music by using some of the loops, and we will try to record our song with this project. Okay, so Mixcraft has been launched and you can see that the loops are arranged. Let's try to play and listen that how does it sound. Okay, so lovely music. So let's see that how can we go ahead and record our vocals for it, and I'll tell you that what things can you do to record the vocals. So here we just have to add a new audio track. To do so, right click on any of the audio track and click on insert track, then go to audio track. After selecting the audio track, you can see that we have a blank audio track available here. Now let's arm it for the recording. I'll click arm and I'll select the recording device. That will be microphone GS3. This is the condenser microphone which I have connected with my USB sound card. Let me see if I'm able to monitor the incoming audio. Hello. Yes, everything seems to be working. So microphone is all set up and we can start the recording. So to initiate the recording, first you have to click on this button over here that says rewind to beginning. So if we click it, it will set this marker which you can see on the screen, this yellow line, to the beginning, to make sure that the recording will be started from the beginning. So to start the recording, you have to click on this red button here, that is the record button, and then you can record the song. So let's try to record a few lines, and then I'll edit the audio to make sure that it sounds good with the music. And one more thing, this song which I'm going to sing is a Hindi song, so maybe you might not be able to understand if you don't understand Hindi, but the motive of this video is just to explain that how can you mix and master a song. So ignore the language, just listen to the music, focus on the vocals, and then focus on the techniques that I'm going to tell you in this video. So let's begin. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल, खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर। Okay, so I just recorded one line for this song, and let's see that how does this audio recording sound. So I'll just click on solo. After clicking solo, it will pause, it will mute the other tracks, and then let's try to play and listen that how is the output. So to play the vocal track, just click on play and check. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल, खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर। Okay, so it sounds good, but still it needs a lot of improvements, because what I'm noticing here that there is a background noise in this audio track. If I increase the levels of this audio and then if we'll play, you can clearly observe that there is a hissing sound, hissing noise in the background. So let's try to play it now. So I believe you can notice, you can hear this kind of sound. So to get rid of this noise, we will have to double click on this audio track on the title. So I'll just double click over here. Now you can see that the audio editor has opened, and then we will have to find a noise sample and apply it throughout the whole audio recording. So what it does, it will try to find out that noise in the whole audio, and then it will remove the noise or suppress it. So click on audio here and then click on this find next noise sample button. I clicked it and Mixcraft will automatically try to detect an area from the vocal which can be used for a noise, as a noise sample. So I don't want this area because it includes my vocal, so I'll just drag the slider here and the noise end slider here. So this whole blank area which we have, I have selected it as our noise sample, and whatever is being played here, the noise audio, that will be removed from the whole audio track which has been recorded. So let's try to play and check what differences has been made after applying the noise reduction. So you can see that the noise, it has been removed completely. I cannot observe any kind of noise with it, so that is good. And now let's go ahead and listen to the audio again. Okay, so this audio recording also sounds good. Now at the end, if you want, you can get rid of this blank area. It's up to you. If you want to delete it, you can delete it, and if you do not want, then you can leave it as it is. But usually from my audio recordings, I keep the blank areas deleted. So deleting this blank area, it's not going to affect the noise reduction which you made, because this portion will still be available with this audio track. The only difference it will make, that it won't be visible here in the audio track. So select the part which you want to delete. If you want to zoom it, you can click on this button here and it will zoom in. Now press the delete key and that is gone. Okay, now you can click on the audio track, adjust it, and then let's try to listen it with the music. So I'll click on the solo again and it will enable all the other tracks which I have included in this audio project, and then play it. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल, खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर. Okay, so this one is good, but still I am missing the richness in the vocal, the warmth in the vocal. So to apply the richness, the warmth, what we have to do, we have to use some of the VST effects that are already included with the Acoustica Mixcraft Pro Studio 9. So to apply the VST effects, you have to click on this FX option here, edit track effects. Click here, and the first effect which I want to use will be the Acoustica compressor. So it compresses the audio to maintain the levels of highs and lows. So here's Acoustica compressor, just click on it and use these settings. So I already have set up the required values for these elements, so you can just follow the values that have been shown on the screen and uncheck this auto gain compensation. I don't want it. Now we can close it. Now let's try to play the track again and observe that what changes did it make. So I'll just play the audio track. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल, खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल. Okay, so it's not making too much difference in the audio, but this VST is really useful. And if you are using multiple tracks, then this VST can balance the levels of the vocals. So we will keep it as it is here. Now let's go and apply the reverb in the audio, which will create an echo kind of effect with your audio. So these are the settings. Let's try to check it with the default settings and see that how does it sound now. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर. So you observed, you noticed that when we enabled the filters, we were able to get some reverb with the audio. If you want to experiment with it, you can just increase or decrease the amount of the reverberation with the track. And now let's try to listen it now. That is too much reverb. I do not want this much of the reverb, so I will reduce it to 42. Now let's try to listen. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल खुल के जी ले यहाँ. Okay, this one seems to be okay for me. Now let's try to move to the next VST effect which we want to apply. So I'll be using the Pultronics Tube EQ. So this is another VST effect that's going to add some vocal clarity, the vocal richness in your audio. So for Pultronic, I will use the HF Vitalizer that suits my voice. So I'll click HF Vitalizer, and now let's try to play the audio. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर. So you saw that when the Pultronic Tube EQ is enabled, it is enhancing the vocal, it is increasing the treble in the audio, which makes it sound better. So the next one which we want to use is the Acoustica EQ, just to balance the levels of different frequencies. So for most of the audios, almost every audio, we do not need these frequencies, so we can just set it to 0. And for this one, we can use it like this. Okay, that one's okay. Now let's try to play it again. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर. Now you can see that the vocals are better. The crispness and the clarity which I was expecting is now getting included in the vocal using these VST effects. Let's try to play it again. दोस्ती के ये पल फिर मिलेंगे न कल खुल के जी ले यहाँ इस पल में ऐ हम सफर. So you can see that how beautifully these VST effects change the vocal. Earlier when we recorded the audio, it sounded dull and it seemed to be too heavy, but now after applying the VST effects, it just increased the treble in the audio, it increased the clarity in the audio. So I think that is enough, but still, if you want to make changes in the vocals, if you're not satisfied with all these, you can try multiple VST effects that are available here. You can just go ahead and play with them. You can try to use several VST effects to get the audio output as you require. Now let's try to play the whole song with the music. So let's go ahead and click on play here. So here I think that the level of the vocals, they are a little suppressed if we compare it with the music. So to increase the levels of the vocals, you can either use the slider, and it is set to 6 dB plus 6 dB, which is the maximum value for now. So we have another option. We can use the volume optimization. So here, make sure that the volume has been selected, and then if you move the mouse pointer over it, if you hover over the audio track, you'll see a line and this dot here. So just click on the dot and increase the level by plus 2.4. okay, that is fine for me. Let's try to check it again. Okay, so this one's is fine. I think that I don't need to increase the levels of the audio. So this was the basic of audio recording. Now let's go ahead and know that how to mix, how to export a final MP3 file. But before that, if you are still not satisfied with the mix, you can go ahead and click on the effects here, which is for the master output, and then click on classic master limiter. This one is the default mastering tool for the Mixcraft Pro Studio, and you can select the master CD and then try to play the audio and observe that what changes does it make. So what is it doing? It's just bringing the vocal track forward. Forward means that it's focusing on the vocal track. So we already have increased the levels of the vocal track. That's why the final output after applying this classic master limiter, it is increasing the loudness of the vocal. So for some of the songs it might sound good, but for some of the songs it might not sound good. So for now I don't think that it is good to use the classic master limiter with this recording, because without the classic master limiter I think that the song is sounding good. So we can disable this by clicking here, or we can just delete this effect from the list and then close. Now let's go ahead and try to mix a final recording output. So I don't want to mix the whole thing, so I'll go ahead and select and delete the unwanted parts from the music. Okay. Now we have deleted the unwanted part from the music, from the audio project, and then we can go ahead and try to play this song. that one is good. Now let's go ahead and mix the file as a studio quality mp3 file. So I'll go ahead and click on file, then go to mix down to mp3. If it asks you to save the changes, if you want to save the changes, click on yes. If you don't, then click on no. So right now I do not want to make any changes in my existing project, so I'll click on no, and then we'll have to select any location where we want to export our file, where we want to save our file. So I'll just name it as test. The quality is 320 kbps stereo quality, the super quality, and click on OK. Now click on save. You can see that the test.mp3 is being created here. And it's done. Now the audio file will play. Okay, so we have got our high quality mp3 file ready. We can close Mixcraft now. If you want to save the changes, yes or no. So here's the test.mp3. If we play, we will be able to listen to the song. So that's it for today. This was the basic of music recording and mastering a song. Still, there are a lot of things that we can do with the audio software, the digital audio workstations, to make our vocals crisp, clear, and there are so many things to be worked on. You can just download and install Mixcraft Pro Studio 9 and do your experiments with it, record a lot of songs, produce music, and if you like it, you can just create an mp3 and keep it with you, or you can share it with your friends as well. If you want, if you have created a professional song, you can release it as well through the several music distributors. So if you like the video, just click on the like button, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you again for your time, and stay safe. Have a good day. Bye bye.